Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to six, and the general manager of Dan Cummins Chevrolet Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealer in the United States of America. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Grind. I'm telling you, that's what I always hear. We need to put a little, echo at the end of that. I hope you are ready to rise and grind. Maybe we should do something like that. I don't know. Good morning. What's up, everybody? It is Thursday, July 19th. I hope you're ready to have a massive, incredible, over-the-top, stupendous day today. I know that I sure am. Feeling it this Thursday morning. I have a date with my wife. That's right. I have a date with my wife this morning. Her and I are gonna hang out. We're gonna have a little breakfast date. First, I gotta go to golf. And then I gotta go to work briefly. I gotta have a meeting. We gotta talk. Some of the guys. I gotta get the new hires up and running and rolling. And then my wife and I, boom. We're gonna hit up some breakfast. We're gonna hang out, and I'm gonna try. Ding, 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 ding. Keyword. I'm going to try to take the day off today and spend a little bit of time with the fam. But, of course, we got to get some work done first, right? We got to get a rise and grind. Listen, it has been a super fun week. This week, I hope you've had a fun week. I've had a super fun week. We've got new hires, all the new hires at work. It's been really, really fun. Check these guys out. So we've got all these new hires at work, right? They've all come in from out of state, from different walks of life, so on and so forth. My boy Christian there on the right was a professional golfer, and you got Sean there in the middle having a lot of fun. He was wearing Mickey Mouse ears yesterday. And so it was super fun yesterday. They spent some time in detail in our detail department, and it was just fun to watch them mingle and mix with the rest of my crew. You know, it's been so awesome to watch the different personalities, to watch these guys start to integrate into the Dan Cummins family. I've absolutely loved it. It's just been a lot of fun, so it's made it a super fun week. Yesterday they were riding around in the back of a truck. They wanted to come over and check out the Chrysler store. They were with my boy Jason Barnett, and he had all of these grown people in the back of his Silverado crew cab, and they were cruising around. I don't even know if that's legal, but I do know that it was fun, and it was just super, super fun. That's the best way to describe what's been going on. Now, yesterday I also met with the mayor, man. I met with the mayor yesterday, Mr. Mike Thornton. Him and I sat down yesterday for about an hour and talked about all kinds of really neat stuff. We talked about the importance of kind of coming together, the community coming together with the businesses, how important it was to get those things going forward, so on and so forth. So it was really neat. And today I'm going to share with you three things, maybe four things. I wrote down four things if we have time, but I'm going to share with you a few things that I learned from sitting down with the mayor, man, which is crazy in itself when I just say that out loud. Bro. From homeless to meeting with the mayor. Wow, that just hit me just now. Kind of crazy. So before we get into the meeting with the mayor and the things that I learned from the mayor that you can learn and that we can share in our own lives, before we do any of that, you know what we got to do, right? Sorry, I did it again. Shoot. Hold up. There we go. Okay. Woo! All right. Sorry. Super loud. I forgot to change that. I know. I'm sorry. All right. This is better. There we go. Now you can hear me and the music at the same time, right? Let's go. Come on. Come on, let's get it going on Thursday morning. Let's go. If you're not dancing, I need you dancing. Let's go. I love it. There's already 50 people up in here. That's what I'm talking about. We're fired up on this Thursday morning, right? Everybody's fired up. That's what I'm talking about. So, let's say good morning to each other. Let's hit that share button. And I'm going to say good morning to you. I'm going to start with my boy Josh O. Because I love him. Good morning, Josh O. what's up, Bambi? Man, Bambi, Vicky, Beth, Josh O, Sean Hayes, Melvin Rodriguez, all them guys, man. I love my everyday crew. My Mike Brockway, my Jeffrey Lee Parton. I love the everyday crew. You guys are awesome, man. Good morning, Doris. How are you? Good morning, Scott Simon, part of the everyday crew. Love that. Sterling Leach, what's up? Good morning, John Miller, Ray Hatcher, Ben St. Hours. You guys, it is going to be a phenomenal show today. I can feel it. I can feel it already. All right, let's get this thing going. Come on. Everybody's like, all right, well, get to it. All right, you guys ready to kill the music? Hey, DJ, kill that music. Thanks, bro. It's kind of cool having your own DJ, right? So check it out. We got the dance in, right? Check it out. Here's how this happened. Here's how I ended up spending some time with the mayor. Okay, the mayor of Paris, which if you don't know, the mayor of Paris, man, I looked this up. Like, the mayor of Paris is like the president of a city. Does that make sense? Right? So you've got like the president of a nation. He's the leader. Then you've got like, you know, the governor of a state. He's the leader of the whole state, right? And then you got the mayor. And the mayor is like the president of a city. That's right. So that's how I'm going to describe it to people. Yesterday I sat with the president of the city of Paris, Kentucky, right? And he was sitting there in my office. It was crazy. We're just sitting there talking. And the way that this all came about, let me explain this to you. So my good friend Larry Mullenix wanted to join our team from South Dakota. Larry Mullenix was having some trouble finding housing and a place to board his houses so that he could move his family down here to Paris, Kentucky. He posted on Facebook that he was having a little trouble and he needed a little help. And the mayor of Paris, the president of a small city, right? The president of a small city reached out to Larry and said, hey, man, I got this house and you can rent it and you can move in ready and we'll make it easy, right? Which I just thought was incredible that Mike took the time to reach out to this guy in South Dakota to help get him here to Paris, Kentucky. Now, regretfully, after Larry's first day at work here, him and his wife were just it was just too much conflict with his wife, with his daughter. I mean, it was just too much conflict getting them to move. And so Larry decided to go back to South Dakota, which makes me sad, breaks my heart, because I really liked Larry. I thought he'd be a huge asset to the team, but he had to do what he had to do to keep his family together. So ultimately, Larry went back, and I'm sorry, I've got like chalk or something all up on me. Woo! All right. So ultimately, Larry had to go back, right? But out of Larry moving here, I got to meet the mayor because I wanted to reach out to the mayor and just thank him for being such a kind person and for trying to help help us be able to transition an employee over to Dan Commons, which I was just shocked. And I asked him, I'm like, Mayor, why did you do that? And he's like, man, Dan Commons does a lot for this community. You guys have created 300 jobs. He said the only way to really grow a community is you got to have the government and the businesses working together hand in hand to make things happen, right? So that was super cool. So I got to sit down with him. Boom, I'm going to share with you guys today. Go ahead and hit that share button right now. And I'm going to share with you guys today what I learned from our mayor, Mike Thornton. Hang on just a second, because I'm going to play some music. I'm going to take care of this little sniffle, because I know that's annoying. Hold on. All right, gotta love live, right? Gotta love Facebook Lives. Hey, but I don't want to be all sniffling up in you guys' ear. Number one thing I learned from Mr. Mike Thornton, the president of our wonderful city here in Paris, Kentucky. First thing I learned is if it's broke, Mike, I'm going to need you to take notes, Mike Brockway. Mike Brockway is going to take notes from Mike Thornton. All right, check it out. If it's broke, fix it. Right? Got that? Sounds simple, right? If it's broke, fix it. Check it out. So Mike Thornton, it's 2007. Mike's trying to grow his business, right? He's trying to grow his business, and he needs to build a 50,000 square foot building is what he's trying to build. And there's a lot that he wants to build it on. And he goes to the city, and he talks to him, and he says, hey, I need to build this lot over there, and I need approval to go ahead and get this thing put together. And the city says, actually, no, Mike, we need to know how many jobs you're going to bring. And Mike says, well, I've already got a ton of employees. I'm probably not going to add a whole lot of jobs. I might add, 2 or 3 jobs. I'm not going to add a ton. And the city says, well, unless you're adding 250 to 400 jobs, we're not going to approve. We're not going to approve you to build this place, right? And so Mike's like, what do you mean? What do you mean unless I'm going to add a bunch of jobs? Like, I'm trying to build a business here. I'm trying to grow a business here. I need you guys' help. So he's upset. He's upset because he can't get approval. They shut him down. And so he goes and he talks to somebody else about it. And the guy he talks about is like, Mike, look, man, instead of getting upset, if you think the system's broke, why don't you do something about it? Why don't you fix it? So Mike's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to run for office so that I can make a difference. I believe this system is broke. I'm going to try to fix it. And he did, and he ran, and he won, and he became the mayor, and he fixed the system. Right? Isn't that powerful? Now, how many times in our lives do we look at something? We look at a system, we complain about it. We're like, man, that's broken. That's broken. That's not the right way to do it. That's broken. I don't think, there's the problem. Let's sit here and point at it. How often in life do we do that? Do we just point at the problem, we lay all the blame, but then we don't fix it? That's what I loved about this meeting with Mayor Thornton. Mayor Mike is what I'm gonna call him, because he's just a real deal dude. So I loved about it, man. The system was broke. He fixed it. I deal with that at work. I deal with that at Dan Cummins. I deal with that, and I talk to my employees often like, hey, don't bring me the problems. Bring me the solutions, and then take action. Otherwise, we're just sitting around complaining. Where does complaining get us? Nowhere. So number one thing that I learned from Mike this morning, my goodness, number one thing I learned from Mike this morning was, if it's broke, fix it. Apply that in your life. Number two thing I learned from Mike yesterday, Mayor Mike Thornton, I like saying that, the president of our little city. Number two thing that I learned from him was, hey, ignore the naysayers, man. You have got to ignore the naysayers. My goodness, I'm sorry. All right, ignore the naysayers. Look, we tend to focus on the 1%. We tend to focus on the 1% as human beings. I do this at Dan Cummins. I did this yesterday. Right? I can't help it. We were getting these bad reviews, right? I cannot stand a bad review. I can't stand a bad review because usually in every case where we get a bad review, usually it's because there was one small thing, there was something simple that we could have done early that we didn't do, right? We didn't do something early. We missed an opportunity to take care of something. We didn't communicate. Something happened, something changed that later led our customer to leave a bad review. Now, here's the thing. We have 6,000 customers that go through my service department every month, right? 6,000. We also have another 1, 2, 3. We have another 3,000 that come through our sales department. So we got 9,000 people that come through our dealership on a monthly basis. 9,000. And yet I'll get one bad review out of 9,000 people, and I'm upset about it. I dial in on it. I focus on it. I can't help it, right? And I've got to learn from my man Mike, because my man Mike was telling me, he's like, bro, you're going to have naysayers. No matter what, you're going to have naysayers. You're going to have negative people. There's going to be people that are not going to agree with you. You're not going to be able to make everybody happy every single time. He said, we've got to focus on the 99%. We got to focus on the things that we're doing right. We got to focus on the impact that we're making on this planet, on people's lives. We have to focus on the positive. Don't focus on the 1%. We got to focus on the 99. And it is a struggle. It's something that I have a hard time with. I totally have a hard time with it. So I'm going to try to learn from Mike because I think those are some powerful words of wisdom. And I think that's something that we all need to apply in all of our lives. Don't you agree? I think you agree. Check it out. Number three. Number three thing I learned from Mayor Mike Thornton, the president of our little city. The third thing that I learned from Mayor is he said, Glenn, sometimes you got to say no, man. Sometimes you have to say no. He said, you're not going to be able to please everybody in life. You're not going to be able to do everything that everyone wants to do. He said, sometimes you have to say no. You have to have a tenacity about you. You have to have a conviction, right? You have to be convicted about something. There's something that has to matter to you. You have to have moral ground to stand down. You have to have decisions made. Like, look, I'm going to do this. Nothing is going to stand in my way. I'm not going to let someone else influence me to make a decision I don't want to make. I'm going to stay the course. And sometimes you have to say no. You just have to say no to people. Hey, man, can you go do that right now? No, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't do that right now. I have to do this sometimes at work. I got people that want to sell me stuff all the time, right? All the time. I have people that are coming in. They're vendors. They want to add value to our dealership. If I entertain them every single day, if I entertained them all the time, if I did that, I would never get any work done. So sometimes when people come in, they're like, Glenn, do you have 10 minutes? I'm sorry, no, I don't. I don't have 10 minutes. If you want to schedule an appointment, you want to meet up with me on Tuesday, I can get you in Tuesday at 11 o'clock. I'd be glad to hear what you have to say. But right now, I'm sorry, I can't. The answer is no. And we're all people pleasers, right? We all aim to please. We want to make people happy. We want to be accommodating. And in some cases, we have to be. But like Mike was saying yesterday, sometimes we have to say no. And I know we're afraid to do that. But I think that's powerful. I think that's powerful. The last thing Mike and I talked about, number 4, I'm going to go ahead and give us 4 things. Last thing Mike and I talked about was doing the right thing and doing the right thing every single time. Just do the right thing and do the right thing every single time. Mike was explaining how sometimes with government, you have these set of rules, right? You have these laws and these rules that are set in stone, and you can't break the law. You cannot break the law. However, sometimes doing the right thing falls in these areas where you have to bend things just a little bit. You have to bend things just a little bit to make sure that the right thing, that you're doing the right thing, happens. So Mike and I talked about some business expansions, and sometimes there's certain laws that say you have to have so many bushes and so many trees, and you have to have so many things. If you're going to, if it's more than an acre, it has to look like this. If it's more than 5 acres, you have to look like this. And there's all these things in place, but sometimes all of these things that are in place that are there for good reason, that have good value, sometimes you have to really look at the situation and say, well, hold on a minute. We got to make sure that we're doing the right thing for this business. We have to make sure that we're doing the right thing for the community. We have to make sure that it's the right thing. I have to do that at work all the time. We have rules and regulations. We have laws that protect us. A customer can buy a car. It's as is. If it breaks down tomorrow, if the whole thing blows up tomorrow, legally, we don't have to do anything. But sometimes just doing the right thing doesn't matter whether it's the legal thing or whatever. It's the moral thing. And sometimes we always have to just do the right thing. Every time, man. Every time. Now, my nose is still going like crazy up in here. I don't know what the deal is. From this chalkboard, I guess, something blew up in the air. So I apologize for the little sniffles here and there. But it is a live show. So I hope you guys understand that it's not always going to be perfect. Even though I want it to be. You guys get it, man. I know you guys get it because you're my tribe. You're my crew. You're my peeps. You guys love me. You love the fact that I'm human. And that's what makes you guys amazing. That's what makes you guys amazing. Hey, Mike Thornton, the mayor of Paris, is a good dude. I just want to go out there and say that, put that on record. He's a good dude. As a matter of fact, he's such a good dude. I'm going to go ahead and bring him up on stage at the Rise and Grind event on August 12th. We're just going to bring him up on stage, just let him say hello to all you guys that are in attendance. We're going to let him pop up there and tell his story a little bit because he has a story of rising and grinding that's pretty stinking incredible. Pretty stinking incredible. He's an incredible guy. He really is. He's an incredible guy. So check it out. If you need more videos, I need you to go to GlennLundy.com. If you haven't got your tickets for that event yet, the Rise and Grind event, August 12th, go to GlennLundy.com. You can get them there. If you want this T-shirt right here, this hashtag Rise and Grind T-shirt, go to GlennLundy.com. You can get it there. And remember, if it's broke, fix it. Ignore the naysayers. Sometimes you have to say no and do the right thing every time. Those are the 4 things, all right? If it's broke, make sure you fix it. Ignore the naysayers. Sometimes you have to say no and do the right thing every single time. I hope you have an amazing day today. Hope you have a tremendous day today. I hope you have a completely over-the-top day today because you are an amazing human being. You truly are. Part of this elite group of people that every day you're choosing to get up. You're choosing to hashtag rise and grind. You're pushing out all this positivity, all these positive posts, right? All these comments. I love the posts. I love when we were doing all the selfies yesterday and take a look at everybody's face. I love it. I love you people. You truly are amazing. I stinking love you. And if nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. as we hashtag rise and grind.
Seven powerful speakers. Sounds and lighting like you've never seen before. Performances from some of the most amazing musicians in the country. It's Sunday, August 12th, and I hope you're ready to hashtag rise and grind. For one night only, the city of Paris will shut down the streets while people from all over the country gather for an evening of motivation, education, and inspiration. Music, speakers, entertainment. You won't want to miss this one-of-a-kind event. And the best part, all proceeds will go to the YMCA. Sponsored by Dan Cummins and Hunt Brothers Pizza, the hashtag Rise and Grind 2018 summer event will be a life-changing experience. Great for children and adults alike. Come join us in Paris, Kentucky as we hashtag rise and grind. Get your tickets now at GlennLundy.com.
Rise and grind, wake up and free my mind. I rise and grind, don't wanna waste my time. I rise.